I just links it out to you guys here. Good. All right, guys, welcome back. We have everybody joining in right now, and I will answer questions shortly. So, all right, guys, if you guys have questions to post up, feel free to send them in the group. Otherwise, we don't really have too much to cover today. I'm going to be updating my spreadsheet with all of the wins for this week. But other than that, I think we are good. So let me just update the spreadsheet right now as people join in. Looking at everybody's spreadsheet here, everything looks pretty good. So I got to do this whole week, actually. I haven't done anything this week. So the 8th was right here. We have the 11th. Which is right here. 7:39. This was for a self position. 25. Trade over here on the 12th. This entry came up at 7:24 for a buy. Let's go over here to the 13th. This over here is at 7 o'clock for a buy. 742. This was also for a buy yesterday. Or it's for a sell, actually, sorry. Sell when 25. And today's entry over here for a buy. Today's entry came up super early, 632. Okay, perfect. So, all right, guys, welcome back to the mentoring session for today. There's not really too much to cover today, aside from, I mean, the breakouts, but every breakout has won this week. So I don't think there's really many questions regarding this here. We currently are at a 90% win rate. We have 10 wins and 1 loss for the month of March. And it's been pretty smooth so far overall. And guys, I just wanted to make this clear because it's kind of bugging me right now. When I said yesterday that friends and family are welcome to join, they're welcome to join. You know, I'm not openly advertising this to like the public anymore. I'm okay with family joining, but just because they're friends and family, they're not getting any discounts from me, okay? And when I tell them that there's no discount, if they're going to argue with me about they want a discount, it makes me not want to work with them, right? So it's okay if you guys recommend this to your friends and family, but if they're gonna keep asking for a discount or give me excuses and stuff like that, like prices went up. I told you guys like a month ago the price was gonna go up, right? So price is up now, and people want a discount, and they're not gonna get the discount because the whole point of raising price is to limit people from signing up. You know, it doesn't matter whether they're friends or family. We still don't want a lot of people using the strategies with us. Like if they want to use it, it's available, but I'm not going to give people discounts because we're already at that 100-person limit on our live sessions. And I don't want a lot of people, you know, joining in and kind of making the breakout B3 harder for us to hit, because look at our win rate right now. If we have like hundreds of people applying the strategy, you know, there's a reason why the price is up, is because I don't want people to sign up, right? If people want to sign up, it's fine. They can sign up, but I'm not here to open the doors to people to just join in and make free money with us, basically. So I just want to make that clear, guys, because a lot of people have been like messaging me, and it's just getting on my nerves because it's like I could just close this completely, right? I don't need to open this to anybody. I can just leave it as is, but it's just getting on my nerves because people are like they feel entitled and they're giving me excuses and complaints. Like you guys are making like 1,000 a day, and the prices barely went up a little bit, and they're paying that a month, right? So if you're making 1,000 a day and you're paying like 75 to right now, the price is 125. It's up because I don't want people to join anymore. And it's going to keep going up, right? So yeah, it's still not much. Like what Nick said, 125 is not much because you're making 1,000 a day. I'm making you $1,000 a day, and you're barely paying me like a portion of that because I'm trying to limit the live sessions. So guys, if that doesn't make sense, like then the group's just not for you, right? So I'm okay with you guys inviting and welcoming friends and family to the group, but tell them there's no discounts because it just gets on my nerves. It's kind of like you're not valuing my service. Like I'm here giving you guys these free trades, free now, like this analysis and everything. And I did this work for years. It's not like I became good at trading. Uh, you know, that I became good at trading and you guys are going to discount like what I'm doing here. And I'm doing this mainly for you guys to like keep the group small. So if you guys are going to tell somebody, make sure to talk to that person first. Tell them you're not getting a discount, and don't like try to give me a sob story or try to make me feel bad about like price going up, because it's not going to make me feel bad. It's just going to piss me off, and I'm just going to not want to open it up to anybody anymore. So just keep that in mind, guys, when you guys are inviting or telling people about this, because if the price is too high for them, the price is too high for them. They can't, it's not for them, right? But if they want to join the group and they want to make money with us, because we're obviously making money every day. I mean, it's crazy because I know how much profit that person is making who introduced somebody, and then they're still complaining about price. Like, bro, I don't know. It's just I just had to let you guys know because it's gonna keep bugging me if I did it, and if people keep asking like stuff like that, it's like I'm giving you guys a premium service and you're asking for a discounted price. And I don't even know this person. Like, well, why would I do that? And I'm doing this to limit the group. So just a heads up, guys, because I feel like I'm going to get more questions coming in, and it's just going to make me not want to open this up to people in the public, or I'm going to have to interview people before people even decide to, even before people even get the option to even sign up. So I'm not doing this for the money. I'm doing this to keep the group limited. And I mean, you guys saw how much money I made today. I made so much from profiting today. I don't need to sell anything at this point, right? I'm up like 100K for the week. You think I need like 100 bucks to keep me going? No, I don't. I can make a withdrawal right now, and I could just increase my contract size, and I won't have to deal with that person. So just keep that in mind, guys. I just want to make it clear, so that in the future you don't have people coming to me asking for like, hey, can I get a discount? I don't have a job. I'm unemployed. I'm like, that's not my problem. It really isn't. I'm gonna help you make money. So if you want to make money, but I'm not gonna lower the standards just because, there's some sort of reason behind why you can't afford pricing. Yeah. So yeah, exactly. Yeah, Jamel said, bro, at some point you're gonna have to close it, and all those people are gonna feel so dumb. I know that's where it's gonna go. So it is what it is, guys. I'll keep it open to friends and family, like I said. But if I keep getting more people like this that are gonna ask for discounts, it's not gonna be a good look. And you're kind of just gonna, you're gonna basically gonna blow for everybody else. So, um, yeah, exactly. Nick said if you don't have a steady income, maybe don't join the group. It's not your time yet. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying too. It's like, you shouldn't be wasting your last few dollars on trading if you don't even have your stuff together. Get your stuff together first and then get into trading, because the last thing you want to do is blow your money from trading, because you're not going to be an amazing trader right away. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's just like there's some unicorns out there that will get trading right away, but not everybody gets it right away. But anyways, I just wanted to clear the air with that, so that you guys understand, and just be more cognizant with like who you're referring to the group, because it takes its toll on my mental and on my peace, and I try to be like as chill as possible. So I don't want it to deal with people like that if that's what they're gonna do. So all right, guys, back to the mentoring session. Sorry, I just had to vent there to let you guys know, because it was kind of like, that's why this mentoring session started kind of late, because I had to speak to this person and tell them, have them understand why the pricing is up. It's like, I'm not doing this on purpose. I'm doing this to limit the group. But anyways, let's scroll up real quick, and we have a couple questions over here. So we have a question from Maria. Maria is asking, can you explain the strategy you are taking once you have a funded account? I'm doing the same strategy, Maria. Nothing has changed. So, I mean, I'm not doing a different strategy. It's the same thing. I'm just adjusting the contract size. Do you think I'm doing a different strategy, Maria? Because I'm not. So nothing really changes. I mean, it depends on like what contract size you're using. So here's what I'm doing. So right now during evals, I'm doing, let me put this up here real quick. Okay, so for evals, I'm using 12 contracts on 150K count. That's going to be 1,500 profit risk. 1,500 divided by 5,000 equals, or it should be like 5,000. So like 5,000 divided by 1,500 is 3.3. Costs too low account, right? So when I'm funded, I just lower my contract size. Nothing's different, right? It's just the contract size is changing, because with the with the evals, you can just reset the account. Like if you screw up like really bad, you can reset the account, right? But once you're funded, you want to keep the account. So I'm using 10 contracts on 150. Nothing changed, it's just contract size. Now it's 1250 profit risk. And 1500 or no, 1250 divided by 5,000 equals 4 losses to below account. Yeah, so this is basically what I'm doing, Brett. And then what I'm doing here is as I grow the account and I have cushion, I'm basically basing off 4 losses. So for example, if I have 160,000, I have 10,000 drawdown at that point. I can increase the contract size higher. So I just keep it at 4 losses back to back because we just never have 4 losses back to back. And that's where I'm making it so it's like virtually impossible for me to blow the account. Does that make sense, Maria? The only difference that I'm doing is just I'm using a smaller contract size. And then once I have a cushion, I'll just increase the contract size higher. Yeah, it's not that bad. It's just that I'm still applying the breakout V3 pretty much every day. That's all I'm doing. And all I'm doing is that I'm adjusting the contract size between like eval to funded. Yeah, exactly. So let me scroll back up and let's see what else we have here. Maria's asking, is there a video on YouTube how to set up Replicanto? I will take advantage of the discount and buy some more accounts. So I don't know any videos myself, but I mean, let's see if we can look some up ourselves here. So let me pull up YouTube. I just kind of played with it. It's not really that difficult to use. I guess I could make a video eventually, but I guess you can watch this. I mean, I haven't watched these videos, so I can't say exactly, but it looks like this one has the most views, 8,000 views. If you want to check that out right there. I know there's not a crazy amount of views. Yeah, I think that's probably the only video. It's this one right here, TTN, the trading network. So if you want to check here, I'll copy the link. I personally haven't yeah, if you want to use different lot sizing, you're just going to use the function called pre-allocation. That's what I use. So you just go into pre-allocation, and then for each account, you can put the specific contract size per account. That's why for mine, I do different contract sizes. On my funded accounts, I'm doing 10. On my personal account, I'm doing 5. And then on my evals, they're kind of different. So like right now, I'm trying to pass with one more trade. Like today, I would have passed all 20 accounts if I would have copied to all my accounts. But it obviously didn't. So like today I have one eval that's at 8 contracts because I just need 800 to win or to pass. And then on my 6 other accounts, I need 17,000 to win. So, or to pass. So instead of using 12 contracts, I was going to use 15 contracts. So that's what I was using. That's what I'm doing right now specifically. So I'm just calculating it so that I can pass right then and there, since I'm so close. Yeah, no problem, Maria. Let me scroll down. So James is asking, I still have to install configure Replicanto, but like a quick overview of the trading view tabs. Yeah, so with Replicanto, unfortunately, I can't show you the screen because it's on my laptop, which I can't show the screen because I'm on a Mac. So it's on my PC laptop. That's where I do all my other stuff. I guess in the future I can make a video, but I'm pretty sure once you play around with it, James, it's not that difficult to use. You just have to go to your workspace. You'll go to new, go down to Flowbots. Well, there's going to be directions on how to install it. And I'm not very computer savvy, so I'm pretty sure you'll be able to put it together pretty quick. There's directions that are pretty much step by step. But once you set it up, you'll just go to your NinjaTrader workspace. You'll click new. You'll go down to Flowbots. You'll open it up, and then that's going to be the replica console. From there, you can just once you play around with it, you'll see it's pretty intuitive. It's just like you click on certain buttons, and you'll see what's on and what's off, and it's super simple. But that video that I sent to Maria should help you a lot with just setting it up and knowing how to use the tools. Because once you set it up, that's it. You just copy everything, like everything executes from your main account. Here's James is asking, I would like a quick overview of the TradingView tabs, how trades are made and how it flows. Okay, so let me I'll take this step by step. So first, you want to see an overview of the TradingView tab. So these tabs up here, these are tabs that I created myself. In order to open another tab, so say, for example, you want another tab, or you have a YM tab, right? You just click on this right here. You click on a new layout, and then it'll give you a new tab right here. So it gives you a blank tab like this. And once you have this blank tab, you can just put on whatever you want. You can turn on your indicators. I pretty much have the same thing on like all my tabs for the most part. I mean, it's just a blank chart. So you just set it up again, like however you want it. If you want to color the tab, you can right click on there, color it a specific color. And you can name it whatever you'd like to. Like for this one's unnamed because it's new. For mine over here, I named them like this is the 6 time frames. This is my main chart. This is my PRB chart. This is my BV3. This is my clean chart. And this is my liquidity. So that's how you would make tabs. You don't have to have tabs, but for me, I like to be very organized with like my charts. So I just have them in separate tabs. Technically, I could just have these all in one tab if I really wanted to, but I have them separated. So yeah, if there's any other questions regarding the tabs, let me know, but it's pretty straightforward and it's simple. It's just, you just organize it the way you want. If you want it the same way I do, then you can do that. Like for mine, I just have all the time frames here to identify the trend. Not all time frames, but I have 6, 5, 10, 30, 1 hour, 4 hour. I just like to see how the market's moving when I'm looking at overall trend. Again, this is my main tab. This is usually where I have my sessions up. I have pretty much majority of the indicators up on this one. It just helps me show where everything's at. So I have the sessions. This is where I mark up news. This is where I mark up opening price, etc. So I know where the red flags are at. This is where the main trades come up, aside from the breakouts. And then the PRB separate, of course, because we're looking for something different here. And then the breakout V3 separate, of course, because we're looking for something different here as well. Also have my clean chart here so that you guys can just have a clean chart with structure drawn up. And then I have liquidity here. And that's pretty much it. James is asking how our trade's made. So for me, I trade on NinjaTrader. Again, I can't show you anything that's on NinjaTrader because it's on my laptop. I can't share screens with Zoom here, unfortunately, because it's on a different computer. But again, there's videos for those. So you can probably find videos like that on YouTube. I mean, it depends on what you're trading on, James. Are you trading on Tradeovate? Are you trading on NinjaTrader? Are you trading on TradingView? Because it's all different. So Tradeovate and Ninja are 2 separate platforms. So I'm trying to figure out which one you're using. NinjaTrader is kind of similar to Thinkorswim. And no, it's fine. I know it might seem like a dumb question, but a lot of people have this question because everybody's still new to NinjaTrader, and it's actually very similar to Thinkorswim. It just doesn't. It's like one of those windows. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but I've used Thinkorswim before, and Thinkorswim is actually super complicated compared to everything else. I think everything else is a lot simpler. I also ported from Thinkorswim to TradingView and all these other platforms, which has made things a lot easier. Yeah, okay. So if you're on a Tradeovate account, I mean, again, those are 2 different platforms. So NinjaTrader owns Tradeovate. So think of this. Think of Thinkorswim being under TD Ameritrade, right? That's basically how it is. Like there's 2 different platforms there. NinjaTrader owns Tradeovate, but they're 2 different platforms and they're 2 different brokers. So if you want to use a replica console, you have to go on NinjaTrader. That's the only way to turn it on. So yeah, if you want to understand how to use NinjaTrader, you probably your best bet. Then this is how I figured out how to use it too. NinjaTrader tutorial, you probably just want to look up the tutorial, and then there's a whole bunch of videos here with NinjaTrader, because this is how I found out how to use it too. You guys can see the videos that I watched here as well. I mean, I was just like you. I didn't know how to use anything there, but once you understand like the basics of how to use things, everything is pretty simple and straightforward. So if you want to watch these videos, I mean, just search up NinjaTrader tutorial and you'll find it. But for me personally, I only use a couple windows on NinjaTrader anyways. I only use the chart window to execute my trades. I typically have Replicanto on just because I need that on for the copier, and that's basically it. So I just have the chart window on, and then I just enter my trades from that there. But I don't really have videos to explain it because I mean, I'm fairly new to NinjaTrader too. I've only been using it for like less than a month. So hopefully with time, well, I mean, obviously with time, I'll create some specific videos for NinjaTrader since that's our main thing. I just can't share my screen here because I'm on my Mac and my NinjaTrader is on my PC laptop. Yes, Josh, that's the copier that I'm using. The one that's posted in the Discord. So if you look at the Discord, if you guys are curious, just go to FAQs and links right here. So let me just send this link to you. Josh, I'll post in the group. This link is going to give you a discount. And then when you sign up, use the code Kodi Kai 20, and it'll give you 20% off, I think. Because normally it's like 150, and I think you use a code, it's like 120. So that's pretty good sign up. But yeah, it's the same thing. It's Replicanto. Yeah, no problem, Josh. Okay, let's see. James said, okay, I guess I misunderstood the chat. I thought I needed Replicanto for the. No, well, there's no auto TP stop loss for Trade That's no, you understood it properly. It's just there's a copier for Trade but there's no automatic TP stop loss. If you want an automatic TP stop loss, like how we have, like how everybody pretty much has, you'd have to use Replicanto on NinjaTrader. Trade has its own copier. It's called Root Copier. You can copy the trades, but you can't copy the brackets. Like you can't have bracket orders. So you know how like on Thinkorswim where you have OCO orders where like you can enter the order and you have an automatic TP stop loss. You can't do that with a copier on Trade. You can do that with a copier Replicanto on NinjaTrader. That's the whole reason why we use NinjaTrader, because we want the automatic TP stop loss. Like for example, today, the trade that we took today, it went so quickly, right? So it blasted right through quickly. If you're too slow to close it out manually or set your TP stop loss after, you would have been screwed because it would have came right back down. So yeah, I mean, if you want something that's going to be automatic, you'd have to use NinjaTrader. James, I think you're super confused about the platform, bro. Okay, so James said, okay, so what should I be using, Trade or NinjaTrader for Rhythmic? Rhythmic and NinjaTrader are different. You're like totally off because they're all different platforms. Let me see if I can just draw it up here because you're kind of all over the place right now, James. Okay, let me see if I could copy this to try to just clear up the confusion here because you're kind of like nowhere near what you need to know. Okay, so here, let me try to fix this. I hate how TradingView doesn't have this thing up. Okay, so Apex options, right? So there's Rhythmic, and I'll put this up here, Rhythmic. Rhythmic is separate. They'll give you a login for Rhythmic, but it's separate. It's like on its own. You can use copier. Let's put it, you can use copier, Quant Tower. Quant Tower is another program that's within Rhythmic. Okay, so there's like one option right there because you sign up for Rhythmic initially, so you can still use a copier. It's just different. Nobody uses that one. There's like 2 people in the group who use that because they made the same mistake you did. They signed up for the wrong one and they're stuck with Rhythmic. And then the next one is Trade, right? So these are the 2 options, Trade. Let me see, Rhythmic. Let me add this over here. Must trade within Rhythmic. So this is where it's different. That's why it's a little cheaper. So with Rhythmic, you have to trade within Rhythmic. Can trade with TradingView, trade directly on TradingView, can trade on Trade08 Web, can trade on NinjaTrader. All right. Here can use Trade08 Web group copier, can use Replicon NinjaTrader. Okay, does this make sense? I think this should make sense for you now, James. Yeah, so you have two options. You can sign up for Rhythmic, which is a little cheaper. The reason why it's cheaper is because you can only trade with Rhythmic and you can use a copier with Quant Tower. I haven't used it, so I have no experience using them. But if you sign up for Trade08, you can trade on different platforms. That's why it's like a little bit more. You can trade on TradingView, you can trade on Trade08 Web, you can trade on NinjaTrader, you can use a group copier for Trade08, no auto TP stop loss. Yeah. And that's pretty much your options right there. So initially you're with Rhythmic, which is completely fine. You just have to talk to certain people in the group because there's only like 2 people who use Rhythmic. They made the same mistake as you. They signed up for Rhythmic first because it was cheaper. And then they were like, oh crap, okay, everybody's on Trade08. So they ended up having to use Quant Tower. Quant Tower is actually more intuitive, but I don't know how to use it. I've never used it before. Yeah, so now that you're on Trade08, what you're going to do here is you're going to trade directly on NinjaTrader so that you can use Replicanto. This will have an automatic TP stop loss. There's people here who don't have PCs because you need a PC to run NinjaTrader, right? So a lot of people here are actually buying, like myself, I had to buy a gaming laptop to run NinjaTrader. You can also use Trade08 Web, but there's no auto TP stop loss. So say, for example, you enter this trade right here, and you have to like either set your TP stop loss manually, like super quickly. Some people are like really fast because they've been doing it for a while. Or you can just manually exit. So when price pushes up, you just close it manually. You just hit close all and it closes all your positions. So you can see like you're going to have an upper hand if you have an automatic TP stop loss. Because for me, I just like, you'll hear it says trade executed. I just get into the trade. And then when it hits my TP, I'm automatically out on everything. So you can see there's like the difference right there. So it's just up to preference and accessibility, right? For me, I don't want to have to worry about closing on my trade. So I just let it close out by itself. Yeah, exactly. Albert here said it's easier to cancel the account and take the loss and only use Trade08. This is what you say your Rhythmic connection for top step. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so Albert, 100%. Yes, so James said, right. So I need Trade08 and use NinjaTrader with Replicanto. How does TradingView fit in? So if you want to trade on TradingView and you want to trade directly on here, you go to trading panel right here. You'll go down to, and there's a bunch of options here. You'll go to Trade08. And then you just log into your account right there. So if you log into that right there, then you can just trade directly on the screen. So like, for example, if we were, say the breakout happened this morning, right? And then say you wanted to enter a trade. I'll just enter my paper account so that you can see it's the same thing. So say, for example, you want to enter the trade here, then you can just right click or you can just hit buy is the buy button. Well, I'm in replay mode right here at the bottom. So see how price is right here, you can just hit buy, but that's not how you would do it. There would be, this button would be right here. So at this point, you would just hit buy, and then you can enter how many units you want. You can just trade directly on here. So if you wanted to trade directly on TradingView, you could. But if you want to use your copier, you got to be on NinjaTrader. So all this stuff only works if you're trading like one account. I've seen some people who have the copier on and they trade on their main account on here, and then it'll copy onto the NinjaTrader, but you have to have NinjaTrader open. You can't just have it turned off. It has to be open. And I've seen people who use copier like that. They just trade directly on the screen, and then it copies over to all their accounts. For me personally, I'm just too paranoid that something wrong is going to happen. So I don't trade on any other platforms. I just trade directly on the native platform, which is NinjaTrader. Yeah, exactly. I just trade directly on NinjaTrader. I do all of my analysis right here on, I do all my analysis over here on my trading view, but then I just hit buy or sell on my NinjaTrader. That's like literally all I do. So yeah, exactly. That's literally what we do there. So it's pretty simple. I just have my laptop, which is here on my side, and I just hit buy or sell. That's how I enter my trade. And then I do all my analysis on TradingView. I know it's kind of confusing because you're kind of going from a platform that had everything on it already to like using separate platforms and multiple platforms. But trust me, it's easier. It's easier. And I think the charting platform for TradingView is like, it's so much easier because there's like, if you've used Thinkorswim or if anybody here has used Thinkorswim, that thing is so prehistoric. It's so old. It's like very similar to NinjaTrader. That's why I don't use anything else on there. I just enter buy or sell. That's pretty much it. Yeah, no problem, James. I know you're new and you have all these questions, but it's okay because I'm sure a lot of other people have similar questions here as well. So yeah, if there's any other questions regarding that, James, let me know. I'm gonna scroll back up and see if I missed anything else that you had asked. And I think that's about it for that right there. Okay, perfect. So let me just scroll up real quick. I'm gonna go back to the next question. All right, so let's see. Cameron's asking, does a triple confluence have to be on a higher high or lower low? It can be on any high low, Cameron. Um, the higher highs and lower lows are generally stronger. So like for example, right here, you can see how we had a higher high. I'm gonna take this stuff off. So you can kind of see like right here where you have price breaking past higher highs are usually a little stronger, but it's unnecessary. So you don't need to have a higher high when price is breaking. You'll see sometimes price will break higher lows and they won't be as strong. Like for example, right here, this right here is a higher low. It's kind of weak, right? And the candle is also too big, so either way it wouldn't work. This candle's like it's too big. It's gonna fit a red flag. Um, but it doesn't matter. You can do it on any high low. It doesn't have to be a higher high or a lower low. It could be any high low. See, Cameron's asking 644 was the correct one. No, so that's the one that I just went over. The candle was too big. So if you look at the red flags, I mean, I'm pretty sure you're familiar with the red flags. You wouldn't take the trade there because it is a red flag there. So let me see. Yeah. So you don't take trades when prices near the sessions, your opening price and your news price cannot prior to entry is too large or price is ranging. So I'll go over here to the main chart. Yeah, it was right next to opening price. So even if you would have seen this here, this wouldn't have been entry because it'd be right next to the opening price. And also the candle is just too big. Actually, no, so it's not too far from it, but the main thing is candle prior to entry is too large. It's bigger than the stop loss. So this trade here would have been taken for it being triple confluence. But yeah, this is a triple confluence here. It's just too big. Price broke and closed past it. Sell signal. Trend was bearish. This here would have been skipped by pretty much anybody because it's right. The main thing is that the candle's too big. Whenever a candle's too big like this, typically it has to retrace, and that's exactly what happened here, right? Price retraced up. If you still wanted to enter it, you can just have a pending order there. You can wait for it to retrace, have your pending order just waiting there, and then as price comes back down, it would have filled your order and went to TP. That's typically what I would do if I was waiting for it later on. But yeah, so there goes Cameron's question. All right, so other than that, let me scroll back up. I'm gonna go over these questions in order, guys. So if you're just putting a question in the chat, just hold up and I'll get down there to respond to your question. Um, all right, so let's see. John is asking, do they consider trading commissions in challenge accounts? I sized up to 13 accounts because at 12, you end up right below 1,500 for a win, which would set you outside the 9K, 6 wins. Yeah, so they do consider trading commissions. It's not a lot though. It's not a crazy amount. So as long as you're like if you're above the 9K, if you're like at 159, then you're solid. So yeah, as long as you're at above the 9K, you should be good. You can even be over by like a penny, you'll be perfectly fine. Sharon said, so start with 3 lots like I did. It kind of depends. So like depending on what account size you guys have, that's the contract size that you would try to figure out. I just make it so it's I have to lose 4 trades back to back before blowing my account, which never happens, so it's fine. It I basically make it impossible for me to blow the account. Let's see, Patricia's asking, does anyone know of a copier that copies cross platforms between 2 prop firms? Not that I know of. I'm not even familiar with DX Trade at all, so I'm not even sure if there's anything that's available for them. Scroll down further. Kenny's asking off topic, but are you thinking about adding some other prop firms to your copier soon? Yeah, kind of. I was thinking about Top Step. I'm not sure if they're compatible with NinjaTrader. So if they're compatible with NinjaTrader, possibly Top Step. And then there's another one called Take Profit Trader. Those are the 2 main ones that I'm sort of looking at the moment. I think they're the bigger name ones. So those are the 2 ones that I'll probably be adding onto my copier at some point in the future. I'm not sure if they support NinjaTrader. If they do, then yeah, I probably will because it's easy to just add them on. Um, but other than that, I'm just going to, sorry, I had a question. Yeah, other than that, I'm just going to, so I'm going to be using Apex and then I will be um, adding on either Top Step or top, or there's like so many of them. There's Top Step, which is the main one, of course. And then there's Take Profit Trader. And then I will be um, just funneling a lot of those profits to my main account, my personal account. Right now, my personal account, I started at 5,000. I'm now at 8,000. And I'm just going to keep increasing my contract size as the account continues to grow. And I'm just going to leave that as is. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So Albert said that Top Step works with Rhythmic Connection and NinjaTrader, which is perfect on both ends. Um, so I'll probably be using them. Yeah, if that's the case and they both work. Yeah, well, yeah, because Albert says it works with Rhythmic Connection. I'm hoping that it's going to work on just NinjaTrader itself. I'm assuming it would, but if not, then I'll have to find a workaround for it. Okay, so let me scroll up a little bit real quick. But it's pretty simple. If they're compatible with NinjaTrader, you just have to add the login to it, and then you add it to your workspace, which is what I did with my personal account. That's why first I did it with my personal account so that I can make sure that it works, and then from there I will go over to to the um to the other platforms. I mean, but it's pretty simple. It's like the same way that you add your Apex, but you just add a different login, and then you just put them all together so that they show up on your workspace. see. Yeah, well, for DX Trade is different because they're not a futures platform. So Patricia, I don't, you for sure can't add DX Trade on Ninja Trader. The Ninja Trader is only futures. DX Trade is a CFD platform and Forex platform, and for that one specifically, it I don't think there's gonna be cross-platform between those two because they're like completely different. Like contract sizing doesn't translate to lot sizing. I mean, I'm pretty sure somebody can code one to like work that way, but I don't think it's gonna be reliable. So for me personally, I don't think I'd use that specifically. Let's see. Yeah, Ryan's the slippage was crazy using TradeObit as leader for copier. Yeah, it's kind of all over the place. I don't think it's like super, super bad, but it is off by like a couple $100 sometimes, depending on like on the trade, especially if the volatility is super high like today. Kenny's asking, oh yeah. Yeah, not yet. I'll let you guys know. Once I add another copier, I think I might open an account with like Top Step at some point. That'll probably be my first step because I've used them before and I know that they're legit. So Top Step might be the first one that I use. I just got to figure out how can I, because I remember there was an issue with their copier and they weren't okay with people copying trades. So I don't know. I got to figure out if it's going to be okay. I might just open one account with them, get funded, and then later on I'll add more accounts because I know that they're a little more strict with the rules. Let me scroll down. Shannon said I need to use TradingView for now until I set up my monitors. Yeah, I mean TradingView works. Like Natasha in the group, she trades on TradingView and she trades on her phone. So she actually trades on her phone using TradingView, and she does pretty good. I think her profits for the day were pretty solid. Like for today, she posted her profits. So we had Alicia over here locked in 1,200 per account. Nice work, Alicia. Over 6,000 for the day. All wins there. Um, so I think where's Natasha at? So the crazy thing is that Natasha trades on her phone. She only trades on her phone, and she trades directly on TradingView. So every day she's locking in like about 1,000, 2,000, and she does fine. So for me, I mean, I'm not, I would never do that, but Natasha does, so I know it's possible. Kenny's asking, curious if Sean knows how to do it since he added a personal account to his copier. Yeah, I mean, we'll see once we get those other accounts on mine to see how smooth it flows over. Ferland's asking if we can go over today's trade. Yeah, so for today's trade, are you just talking about the breakout V3? Ferland, because I think, well, that's the only one we took today that was official. There was other entries that came up, but for the most part, yeah, for the breakout V3. So market opened right here at 6:30. So this was the opening candle right here at 6:30, right? You can see that there's a double body rejection right here. So that's where we had the V1 pattern. And then after this, we were just looking for the following green candle, which is right there. Once that's set up, this was the entry for the breakout V3. We set this up for 25.25. Once this here is lined up, that was the entry right there. Pretty simple, straightforward. I mean, it literally happened on open. So opening candle right here provided the buy signal, and it had the zone down here for the V1 pattern. And then from there, we had the following green candle, and that was the entry. So as soon as it's closed, we entered, and then it went straight to our TP. That's how I locked in this profit right here. Unfortunately, I did not have my copier turned on. So you can see it only took it on one account. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for Lindsay, great profits for 3 minutes, right? And usually this won't come up like right on open. It'll usually happen like maybe a few minutes after or like maybe mid-session. But today it happened right away. And it went straight to profit target right on that next candle. Yeah, so let me go over here real quick. All right. So other than that, that is pretty much it from there. Um, yeah, if you have any other questions regarding that, let me know, Berlin. But it's pretty straightforward. There's not really much to analyze on that since it just went straight through. All right, let me scroll up. Randy said, "Hey Sean, it's taking me 8 wins to pass phase one, risking 1%. I should definitely increase my lot size for phase two." Um, yeah, exactly. So I just the way that I calculate it is I just do it where I have to where like I would have to lose four back to back. Because the thing is like from the data, I mean, you've seen the spreadsheet, right? We don't lose the breakout V3 doesn't lose more than twice back to back. I mean, I don't even think we've had two losses back to back, but I just want to be extra careful. So I do 4 or 3. I mean, you could probably do 3 because it doesn't really have 3 back-to-back losses. If you look over here at the BB3, since we started taking it, it's been a win, loss, it's break even, win, win, loss, that's 1 plus, win, that's +2, loss, that's +1, win, win, that's +2, and then you're still being profit. Like if you took every breakout V3 from February up until now, it would just be straight wins. And then in March, we've had all wins here. So I mean, it's just up to your risk parameters. For me personally, I want to be extra safe. So I just do 4 back-to-back trades where I'd have to lose that many times to blow it. But that's just me, right? I'm super conservative. For me, I'm not a very risky trader. I like to just be profitable and I like to be consistent with my profits. So you can do 4 back-to-back, or you can even do less. For my evals, I'm doing 3.3 trades because you can see here that it usually balances out. So I just have it at 3 trades for my, well, I had it at 3 trades for my evals. Yeah, so you're good, Randy. I think you should be solid with that. Let's see. John is asking, do you plan on taking early liquidity? I feel like it's been hitting every day. No. So I'm sticking to the game plan. My trading plan is just to break out V3. So I know there's a lot of people in the group who have been taking the liquidity, which is fine. You know, if you want to take it and it fits within your trading plan, then go ahead and take it. But the thing with the liquidity, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people who have their own opinions on the liquidity, like Nick over here for sure. Nick used to like the liquidity, and a lot of other people here like the liquidity, but it's only good until it's not, right? So because it's been working lately, I would be very wary, John, because a lot of people have like they miss out on the hot streaks, right? Like there's going to be times where the liquidity is just hitting and hitting and hitting. And then if you're too late and then you try to take it and it's been hitting for like a whole month, it starts to not hit, right? Because the market changes from month to month. So right now we're in a very volatile market, which makes it really good for the liquidity because liquidity is getting hit on every side, right? But go back to like say February, liquidity wasn't good here because the market was ranging, right? So you'd have like price hit liquidity and then it just reverses. So I would just be wary. Maybe for the month of March, it'll probably continue being good. I know liquidity is good when the volatility is high. Right now, the volatility is very high and it's very directional. So it might be good for now in March, but I don't know how much further it'll like last for because we're gonna go into April. April's okay too. I think April's good, but as you get closer and closer to summer, like June, the volatility is going to die down. That's just how the market works. Market dies down around June, so like maybe May, June, the liquidity might be a little more riskier. So just keep that in mind. Like the market was a little slow in February, so that's why liquidity doesn't work very well. It's picked up here in March because the volatility's picked up, and that's just how the market, typically works. It's just you have to choose wisely which strategy you want to use, and and it'll usually play through. That's just how the market works its way out. Yeah, I would just stick to the BB3. I mean, if you guys want to I think the BB3 is like a pretty much surefire way to just be consistently profitable. Like for me personally, I like the BB3. And I think moving forward, I'll just stick to the BB3. And if the market does change a little bit, which it will, we'll just make small adaptations to it. So I think we're going to adapt to it. We'll probably adjust our TP stop loss. If we have to have another criteria, maybe we'll add a criteria. But for the most part, it's great as is. It's been on a crazy winning streak. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 back-to-back wins. And on March 1st, it was March 1st and 4th. This was just we knew this trade was going to lose, honestly. For March 4th, we knew this trade was going to lose. This could have been easily avoided. But, testing the strategy, I just got to take everything that comes up. Otherwise, I mean, it's in a 9 winning streak right now. So let's hope it continues for the rest of the month. How many, we have like another 15 days in March. So hopefully it just keeps pushing through. But this is crazy. It's a 1-to-1 risk reward strategy with a 90.9% win rate. That's a very high win rate for a 1-to-1. Yeah, John said, yeah, same. It's scary to trade without Sean. Yeah, Kenny said if everyone sticks to taking the trades that only Sean trades, then you'll be profitable no matter what the market conditions are. Yeah, because I'm very careful, guys. So like with me, I'm very selective with what I decide to take. You'll see a lot of people in the group who make a lot of profits and some people who just make decent profits and some people who don't make profits, right? The people who don't make profits typically don't follow rules. They kind of just do their own thing. The people who make more profits, they follow my rules and they follow my strategies, plus they add strategies on top of it. So for me, I only take the BV3. But you'll see a lot of people in the group take the V1 variation, breakout V3 continuation, high-low scalp, high-low momentum scalp, etc. There's a lot of strategies that you can apply, but there's no one strategy that you should be taking. If anything, the one strategy you should be following would be the breakout V3. And I've calculated it to the point where it's impossible to lose an account, right? I take a proper contract size, I use proper risk. So it's like literally impossible for you to blow your account. It's like mathematically impossible. So as long as if you just stick to, my trades, I think you'll be fine. You just have to not get greedy and you have to understand that, we're in this for the long game, right? We're in this to have our accounts forever. Like I want to keep my funded accounts. I don't want to have any more funded accounts. I just want to leave it at 20 and then I'll have my 1 to 20 PA accounts and then they're just around forever. And I never have to worry about getting funded again. So, yeah, I mean, if you guys want to trade the way I'm doing, I'm just going to stick to the BB3. And if you guys want to add more positions to it, feel free. But if you stick to what I'm doing, you're almost guaranteed to do well. Because if you guys have been trading for the past couple of years, not even the past couple of years, for the past 5 to 8 years, I've been consistently profitable almost every year because I just do the same thing over and over and over again. It's all routine. And I think that's, once you guys get that thought process in mind where it's like, it's not about the money, it's more so about winning and just being profitable, you'll make a lot of money over the next couple of years. Like I just make more money every year. Like last year, or I think like a couple of years ago, I probably made like my first million. And then it just gets better and better and better every year because I just get better. And then I went from FTMO where I had like 600,000, or FTMO and MFF, I had like maybe like 600K to like a mil in trading funding, right? Now I'm over here on Apex and I'm at 3 million in trading funding, right? So it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And then now I'm adding more companies. So it just gets bigger and I keep making more profit. So yeah, I'm in it for the long game, guys. I'm here to get funded, stay funded, and just have consistent profits. Because, like we did the math, like here's the math for even just trading conservatively, right? So 1,250 times 20 accounts. This is me trading conservatively, right? That's 25,000 per win. And if we had a week like this is a crazy week, 5 days, back-to-back wins, 125,000 for a week times 4. That's like 5 million in or no, my math's right. This is 500,000 in a month times 12. That's 6 million. That's crazy. Like the numbers are just getting crazy at this point, right? And that's me trading conservatively at 10 contracts. We up the contracts to like say 15 times 5 times 25. Then I'm making like 1,875 per trade. And then say, for example, we have like 2 wins for the week, right? That's still 3,750 times 20. That's 75,000 a week. Then this is conservatively trading times 4. That's 300,000 a month times 12. That's 3.6 million a year. So that's kind of what I'm trying to show you guys. We're playing the long game here. I don't care about making 100K in one day. Like, yeah, it would be nice to make 100K in one day, but I'm not going to go and like, I don't need to make 100K in one day. I'm okay with making 100K in a week or 100K in a month. And then by the end of the year, I'm making like multi-millions. So that's the plan here. The game plan for me, if you guys, again, if you guys want to take other trades, you guys can do that. But my game plan is to make a couple million from, prop trading. And then I'm going to put a lot of that money into my personal account. And then I'll make multi-millions in my own account. And then at the end of the year, I'll be starting the hedge fund, and then I'll be making money from the hedge fund to the point where I don't have to sell it. Well, I don't even have to sell anything now. So, going back to our point earlier, how I was saying, like, I'm not really trying to sell anything because I don't want people to be part of the group anymore. I want like our core group here, and then friends and family are more than welcome to join. Because obviously, if you're getting rich, you want your family to get rich as well, right? You want to just spread the wealth. So that's that's the key thing, guys. Like, it's we're looking at the long-term goal here. So yeah, John said team dinner at Vox, right? We'll all meet at Vox soon enough. Once everybody's funded and everybody's making, we're definitely gonna have we're gonna have something going on. I might have to like, we'll see how this year plays through, and I'm pretty sure this year is gonna play out very, very well. And then maybe at the end of the year, maybe we'll have some sort of big gathering or gala or something like where everybody can meet. Because it's going to be crazy, guys. Like I was just thinking about it, like with a couple of the other people. Like there's going to be a lot of millionaires that are going to be created in this group because all of us have 20 accounts, right? Like Albert's one of them. Albert's going to probably beat all of us. He's at 20 funded already. So Albert's going to be like one of the guys that's going to, if we just look at Albert's profits from today, he's like, how much did you make today, Albert? You made a lot of profit. I know you did because I saw. Yeah, so Albert has 20 funded accounts right here, right? So there's like different profits per account, but we're just gonna round it to like, we'll say like 2,000, right? Like 2,000 estimate between all the accounts times 20. So Albert over here for the day, well, he made 14,000. Well, we'll just use yours here. So Albert made 14,741, right? That's for today. And then say, for example, he did that consistently. And then say he had 2 winning days, right? Say 2 days were losing, 2 days were winning. Fine. You have like an even 2 days. So that's maybe like 30,000 a week, right? Times 4, he makes 117,000 in a month times 12. Albert's going to he's going to make $1 million from trading if he just does this consistently, right? He's going to be at 1.4 million. So, I'm pretty excited to see how many millionaires are going to be made in this group, just from following me at this point. So I'm really excited to see what's going to come through. And then, hopefully at the end of the year, we'll have, we'll see whoever, we'll have a threshold. Whoever makes like $1 million in the party or whoever makes $1 million in the group, we'll be invited to a New Year's Eve party or something, or we'll do something. Because I'm pretty sure there's going to be at least, 10, 20 people in the group. There's like 25 of you guys here in the mentoring session. I'm pretty sure the people who show up to a lot of these things, they're the people who do the best, right? So you guys here in the mentoring group, you guys don't have to be here, but you guys are here. So the people who show up every day and try to get better are going to make the most money. So hopefully, by the end of the year, we have a bunch of people here who are making, I think everybody here should be in the 6 figures for sure. By the end of the year, everybody should be in the 6 figures because if you have 20 accounts and you're profitable and you're doing pretty consistent, you should for sure be in the 6 figures. The millions is like, that's next level. But yeah, we won't jump to conclusions, but we'll just wait and we'll see where this ends up going from now until then. But I'm super excited for everybody here. Everybody's getting funded. Everybody's starting to get payouts. And this is just the beginning. So I guess we'll just keep at it. Yeah, no, for sure. Let's see. CJ said those numbers are crazy, not even factoring when we're able to profit split after 3 months. Yeah, exactly. Because right now, for the first 3 months, the profits, you're capped at doing 2,750 per account. So 2,750 per account times 20, that's still a lot. You're making every 2 weeks you can withdraw 55,000. Which I could live off that, right? 55,000, I think I could live pretty happily off 55,000 every 2 weeks. So that's how much you can take out. every 2 weeks for the first 3 months. Once you're done with the first 3 months, you can start taking out as much as you want. But it's gonna be perfect because you're gonna be able to build a cushion for your account so that you'll have like a basically an unlimited drawdown at that point. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So John said, can you withdraw the residual after 3 months? Yes. So say after 3 months and you want to just pull out the rest of it, you can pull out the rest of it and then just leave some cushion there for you to keep trading. Yeah, exactly. Cameron said showing up every day is half the battle. That's really what it is. It's showing up every day, and then the next half of your battle is following your trading plan, which is like the hardest part for the majority of people. Yeah, CJ said 6 figures a month from one prop firm is crazy. Yeah, that's why I like Apex so much. Plus, Apex is regulated in the US, so they're not going to screw you. They can't screw you because they're gonna get so much crap if they screw anybody. So that's why I was surprised they paid me out so quickly. If you guys saw my payout, I requested this payout last night and I checked this morning and my payout was there. I already had it. It's pending. It's not through yet, but it is pending and it's gonna send it over. I just did this so that you guys can see that it's legit, right? And I kind of wanted a little some things too, so I can know it's legit. And that's why I did it. Let's see. Yeah, Patricia said, Sean, 2 weeks ago, I was a little frustrated, but I have to tell you, thank you very much. You are doing a great job with everyone in this group and changing lives. I just want to let you know we really appreciate it. Yeah, no, definitely, Patricia, 100%. I know a lot of people were getting frustrated with like the PRB, and trust me, I was getting frustrated too. I was getting pissed off because like we'd win a trade and then we'd lose a trade. And then it was annoying because I was like, man, I'm not making any profit. I was going to break even, but I wasn't making any profit. Now that we stuck to the BB3, this thing has been consistently hitting, and that's why I'm going to stick with it. If you guys have like looked at a lot of different breakout traders, they do the same thing. It's just they make it a little more complicated. For me, thankfully, I've created this indicator where we don't have to do much work. It kind of just shows you where the momentum's at, and then we follow the continuation. And if you just follow through, I mean, there's a lot of different continuations that come through anyways. Like it doesn't happen very often, but when it happens, it usually hits. Um, let's see. John said, does anything change tax-wise when you have an LLC? So I don't know yet because before when I was trading with the prop firms like FTMO and stuff, when I was trading with an LLC, they paid me out through like a service. Like it looked like I was just getting paid for a service. So I was getting taxed at a different rate as doing some sort of work, right? Like if you're a car wash business or if you're a nail salon or if you're, I mean, whatever it may be, right? If you're uh, I don't know, if you're doing some sort of service for them, you get self-employment tax. But now that yeah, it was 1099 income. But now that we're trading with a US company, they're going to give you actual tax documents. So I don't know what those tax documents are looking like. So I don't know if they're going to classify it as 1099 income or if they're going to be classifying it as trading, right? Because I'm pretty sure it's going to be 1099 now. So from what I'm expecting, it's 1099 because you're not actually trading on the market. They're trading on the market. So they're going to be copying your trades and they're going to be taxed at their trading tax rate, but we're not because you're copying our trades. But for my personal accounts, that's going to be taxed way differently because those are going to be capital gains and those are going to be regular trading taxes and stuff. So yeah, that's what I thought too, Patricia. So I'm hoping that it's 1099 because if it is, we're going to be taxed differently. And then I can go buy a new car. I can go buy a new car and I can go buy all this stuff. That's kind of like what I was doing before. That's why, I bought my Porsche because I had like all this money from prop trading last year from FCMO that I was like, okay, I'll go buy a really expensive car because the taxes. I have a Porsche Taycan Turbo. It's like fully spec'd. So I was like when I got the car, I got it like fully spec'd because I owed so much in taxes. So I was like, I'm just gonna fully spec it out. So it's like I think I paid over 220K for it. But it was like, it's my business car. So yeah, the 1099 is what we're looking for. We're hoping we get 1099 out because that's gonna be like then I can just write off more stuff and then I can get my next car. Because I'm getting a year. Well, I've been looking for a Urus. I'm looking for a Urus Performante. Uh, because I'm getting married this year, and then I'm planning on having kids, so I need to get an SUV. So I've been looking at Urus Performantes, but right now is just not a good time to buy. Yeah, no, exactly. It is. My car is like, like my Taycan's pretty high end, but it's average car in my circle here in OC. In Irvine, it's still kind of like it's decent, but like yeah, everyone here has like a Lambo and stuff. That's why I'm going for the Performante. But we'll see. I also want to buy a big ass house. So I've been looking at houses. I know like you guys should just have big goals in mind, right? Like every year I have a new goal, get something expensive, and then level up from there. And you said get the Cayenne Turbo. I like the Cayenne Turbo. I've driven the Cayenne Turbo GT. It's cool, but it doesn't have the wow factor, right? I mean, I think it's a cool family car, but it doesn't have the wow factor as like a Urus Performante. Because I'm gonna deck it out. Once I get the Performante, I'm gonna have like a white body kit on it, and of course the exhaust and all that stuff. So it's just a lot of stuff that it's good to have these goals. It doesn't matter if you don't reach them right away, but eventually, eventually, you'll get there. Nice. Yeah. So Cameron said he needs a place to live for school next year. So his plan is to get a place and rent it out to students. Yeah, no, exactly. That's really what it is. Long-term wealth. Yeah, Nick said it's kind of funny because I've been 1099 since I started working with DirecTV, super well versed as writing off things. Yeah, no, exactly. John's asking where did the name Kodi Kai come from? Those are my dogs' names. So if you've seen my dogs, they're not here right now. They're still in bed. But yeah, Kodi Kai or Kodi and Kai, those are the two dogs that I have. Yeah, no, Randy said that Range Rover SV. SVR actually. So I was looking at the Range Rover SVR. I just don't like how like the interior is kind of like it's kind of basic in my opinion. I think the outside looks great, but the inside is just kind of basic for me personally. Um, I do like how it sounds though. SV, SVR. But if I was going to get an SV, I might as well go for the SVR at that point. Let's see. Randy said cars in the US are cheaper too. You got that on your side. Oh yeah, no, it's super expensive in Indonesia because you guys have to ship it over. All right, Cameron, we'll see you back here on Monday. So, all right, guys, if there's any other questions, I know we're going off topic. So if there's any other questions that you guys have, feel free to to reach out. Otherwise, or if you want to put them into the chat now, we can cover them. But I think we pretty much covered everything. If there's any questions that I missed, guys, feel free to pop into the chat again. There was a lot of questions that came up, so I might have missed something. But if not, then I think we're pretty much all done here for the day. Looking at everybody's profits, I think we're pretty much good for the most part. There is nothing else here for me to follow. And I think that's about it. I'm just checking over the chat over here real quick to make sure everything's good. Yeah, I think we're good. Let's see, Nick said, did you guys hear that the US governor gave the owner of TikTok an ultimatum, either sell the company or to somewhere outside of China, really banned in 6 months? Yeah, I mean, well, they've already passed the left. It's going over to the Senate now. So I mean, we'll see. But yeah, it is kind of crazy. They're kind of monopolizing it, but I don't know. I have no idea. I think this year will be pretty crazy with volatility. Usually our summers are typically kind of slow, but I think this summer might be a little more volatile because we do have the presidential election going on. So like Trump will be touring around And it'll be pretty exciting for us here because we want volatility in the market. That's how we're going to have these big moves and how our breakout V3s are going to keep hitting. So yeah, I think this is a great year to focus on the breakout V3 and pretty much stack up profits here and there. So, all right, guys, I think that's it for today. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, I'm going to wrap this up and I will see you guys back here on Monday for market open. So, all right, guys, if you guys have any questions, reach out. Otherwise, have a great rest of your weekend and I will see you guys back here on Monday.